Welcome to Dota Politica. I'm Peter Ogutu, peeling back the curtain on the chilling, twisted saga of Alberto Ojwang's death, a Kenyan blogger who met his end in Nairobi's Central Police Station on June 8th. Now, just hours after his arrest on June 7 over a cryptic Twitter post allegedly tied to DIG Eliud Langat, the police are spinning a yarn, claiming Ojwang bashed his own head in a suicidal fit. Now, but here's the dark truth. They are scrambling to bury, yeah? Here is the dark truth they are scrambling to bury. The Kenya National Commission on Human Rights found his body riddled with horrors, swollen head, blood oozing from his mouth and nose, bruises, screaming torture. I mean, this must have been torture because all these signs shows that this guy was being beaten to death. Now, not some self-inflicted act, as in this, all this, this swollen head and oozing blood. This was not self-inflicted. This was just beatings from police officers, probably the CIA. Now, whispers from the shadows, uncovered by those close to the case, hint at a chilling detail. Ojwang was never logged into the station's occurrence book. He was never registered. He was never, there was no, OB, whatever. He was meant to be killed. A ghostly omission that suggests his arrest was off the books. Yeah? When you're arrested and of course taken to a police station, then uone kwamba jina yako haijaandikwa kwa kitabu. Know that you are going to be dealt with. That's how it is. Because this is why police don't, record your details, is that they want to erase evidence and of course deal with you. This was a possible target hit to silence his digital activism. No, this guy was, all over, criticizing, attacking the president, DIG, people were in government. But now his day maybe was over. Now, the Independent Policing Oversight, IPOA, is cycling interrogating 5 DCI officers who are of course in the stations, and staff, and now they have now been interdicted. In fact, as I'm talking now, 8 police officers have been, have been sacked. They are no longer police officers. Of course, this is a move, of course, trying to quell public anger, trying to control everything that's happening. Now, this is the real twist. Sources on Twitter murmur that Ojwang's post may have exposed secrets too scalding for certain powerful figures. Ojwang was somehow, graphic. He never feared anything. He was just posting things the way they are. I think this must have messed with the government. And his death might be a message to other bloggers, yeah? Now, bloggers out there are of course, they're afraid based on what they have seen from Ojwang. And now they will not be posting anything sinister. No, the streets are ablaze with justice for Alberto Ojwang as Kenyans and human rights warriors demand the unvarnished truth. Smelling a cover-up so thick it could choke the city. The police is trying to cover up, yeah? Because initially, this guy had commit suicide. Amit kichwa kwa wall. Now, later on, the IG is saying that he was found unconscious, sleeping, bleeding. You can't bleed kama hujapigwa, because the father is saying that this guy was well, healthy, there was nothing amiss, as in his son was okay. But police saying that his son was, just died, suicide. How do you kill his? No, when you add the audio, there's an audio that of course was trending between Ojwang and his friend before he met his death. Someone was fearing for his safety. So there was no way this guy had the guts to destroy his head against the wall, akufe. There's a cover up. Then this bruises, amechunwa, amepigwa mangumi. So it's the fact is that this guy was tortured to death. Kwela mambo. And the truth is always painful. The truth is that this guy was tortured to death, and the people did actually need to be taken care of. Because if you have arrested someone who has broken the law, take him to court, and if he can't defend himself, take him the gallows because the law has to take its course. But killing someone is against the law. The police is meant to actually, protect citizens. And Ruto is under fire. Yeah. Right now, Gen Zs are now talking about invading state house. In fact, this has ignited what happened in 2014 finance bill protest. Gachagua politicians are now on Ruto's neck, trying to link him with this murder, telling him of that his government has killed so many youth, and this actually will have a strong impact on William Samoei Ruto's re-election bid, because people will be reminded of what happened. Gachagua will be reminding Kenyans, you see, this guy killed your sons, aliua vijana wenyu. How do you make him now the second term? How do you give him the second term? He needs to be removed as soon as possible. Politicians are now on Ruto's neck, trying to, because this DIG, Eliud, this guy is Ruto's appointee, so he must have been getting orders from above, and of course Ruto is the one who needs to stop him from, of course, doing such act, because it is vivid that this guy was killed. I mean, Alberto was murdered, kwele mambo, and his father is really grieving, raising your son, working hard, kufanya mjengo, working in a quarry, educating your kid, then after amekuwa mkubwa anafanya kazi, now anauliwa. You are the one to marry your son. The guy is in pain. The father is in pain. I tell you what. As a father, I feel the pain. Now, this is what's happening now. Tell me, folks, what do you think about this issue? I mean, you need to tell me something about this issue. I've narrated how it happened and whatever, and the political aspect of it. How Gachagua is linking Ruto with this. Actually, Gachagua is saying that Ruto is the one who ordered the murder. That's what Gachagua is saying. Of course, there's no evidence to back it. Politicians are saying that, Ruto is the one who should be held to accountable. And I think this story is going to mess William Ruto so bad. I think he needs to do something about it as a politician, because one time is a reality. Yeah, one time is a reality. Yeah. Anyway, that's what's happening now. Tell me, folks, comment then, tell me what you think about this issue. Do you think it will be a reality? Do you think William Ruto will face the music? Because this is happening under his government, so he has to be held accountable. He has to answer why is the DIG or whatever, the police did whatever they did. And if, of course, whoever did so is found, of course, that guy anafaa vutwe kazi, afungwe kabisa, so that he can respect human life. You live once, you can't destroy someone's life just that way. Sorry guys. Comment then, of course. We meet next time. Thank you, and I'm hoping to see you soon in our next video. Yeah, adios, adios, adios.